G'day all, it's Colin from PC TLC and thanks for joining me. In this video we're going to be looking at PuppyLinux FossaPup64 9.5. We're going to be doing a quick install and a quick look around and see what PuppyLinux has to offer. FossaPup 9.5 comes in at 428.9 megabytes. So looking at the size of that, it's not even half of the recommended download allowance that we have, which is good. Gives us a lot of room to install applications if needed. But if me knowing what PuppyLinux is like, I've used it, I've tried it before, I know that there's plenty of applications comes out of the box. So we could be well ahead of the game on this one. So let's check out PuppyLinux. So this is PuppyLinux. This is the website for PuppyLinux. And we've got the mirrors and the latest version, 9.5. PuppyLinux Advantage, ready to use, ease of use, relatively small size, 300 megabytes or less, fast and versatile, customizable within minutes. Different flavors optimized to support older computers, newer computers. So that is the PuppyLinux website. It's the blog. FossaPup64 release. So I'm just going to do a quick install on how I know how to install it. Download page, discussion forum, and PuppyLinux wiki. I'm going to start the install of PuppyLinux FossaPup 9.5. Okay, so let's get on with the install. Alright, so it looks like it doesn't want to boot in EFI. So what we've done is we've booted in legacy mode. It didn't want to boot. I was having trouble booting it in EFI. I'm not sure what's going on there. So let's get on with the install. Installer to hard drive. Internal hard drive, sorry, here. Choose which hard drive, this one here. No partitions on drive SD8. It is recommended that you run gparted now to create partition. Create partition, MS-DOS apply. ext4, add that and apply. Let's close that. So we've got a partition there. Choose this one here. Install Puppy to SDA1. Let's do that. Puppy, press button to install. Okay, let's do that. Frugal, let's install. Yes, let's install that. Okay. So we've got to set the boot flag by using gparted. Cancel that and run a gparted. Installer, internal hard drive. That's run gparted and manage flags and put boot on that. Close that. Okay. Install Puppy to SDA1. Okay. Install. So the first entry is always shown regardless Windows are installed or not. Recommended to keep the entry. Okay, let's just leave it. Let's do that. Grub will be installed in SDA LBRY. Yep. Press OK to quit this program. So Grub for DOS successfully installed. The file grldr menu.list is on Mount SDA1. You can edit menu list before reboot. Old LBRY is saved into there. To restore the LBRY, type this command here. Let's click OK. Okay, all done. Let's exit, shut down. No, don't save the session. So that was a pretty quick install. I can't remember the exact install of Puppy, how quick it is, but that was pretty quick. Don't even know if it's installed, to be honest. Let's just check it out. Storage. Let's just get rid of that. Remove the disk. Okay, and let's just boot Puppy and see what happens. Puppy FossaPup. There we go. So there we have an install of PuppyLinux. Okay. So you got your internet connection there and so forth. So we won't bother going through that. Let's check what we have in PuppyLinux. JWM Desk Manager. Boot Manager, HTOP. Let's have a look at HTOP. It's using 560 megs of memory. Let's exit that and shut down. Save that session. No, that's just normal, no encrypt. Save in folder. Okay. First shutdown sanity check. I've done this before. I haven't spent a lot of time with PuppyLinux, but we did a challenge on it quite a while ago. The partition you're saving to is SDA1. The file system of SDA1 partition ext4. Path folder of the pup save is this one here. If they definitely look right, choose yes, save. Yeah, let's do that. This tool allows you to create a swap file. Create a pup swap. Yeah, I'd probably have to, I'm pretty sure I've installed it correctly, but there might be other puppy experts out there that might say I haven't done it fully correctly. I'm not 100% sure, but there's definitely no disk attached to this. If we have a look at storage, it's empty. So that's all good. So let's check out what's installed in PuppyLinux. So we've got this desktop menu here with quite a few things under there. What I'm interested in is pretty much what we need to get ourselves going. It's got Redshift, which is a nice little complementary application there. And you've got all these other settings as well. System settings as well. HTOP, we've already had a look at. So you have a setup category here with a few helpful applications. Then you've got utilities, you've got Clipit, GTK hash. I think that helps you find the MD5 sum or the SH256 sum of ISOs. I'm very sure. Yep, it does. That's what that does, GTK hash. And quite a few other applications here that I'm really not sure what a lot of them do. But there's a lot there. And then you got your file system there. Roxfiler File Manager. Mounted Disk Image Manager. So you got an enormous amount of applications in here that you could be working with. And the ones I suppose we're interested in is under Graphics, MT Paint, Inkscape, View Noir, it's Image Viewer, Elegant Image Viewer, Color Chooser, Easy Peasy Scale Graphic Resizer and more, Take a GIF, Take a Shot, Zane Image Scanner. So under Document, you've got Get LBRY Office, download and install LibreOffice. So that gives you an option there to do so. You've got Notes, QNote Tray app, Abbey Word, Abbey Word 3.0.4, Geany, LeafPad, MP Console Editor, PDF Viewer, actually a PDF Convert File to PDF, okay, and a QPDF View, Genumeric, which is the spreadsheet, like an Excel type deal, genumeric spreadsheet. Home bank calculator, G measures units converter. Under personal, we have a couple of other things there to do all personal things within the system. Network, you got Samba there, Samba share mounter, firewall, and all those sorts of things. Internet, we have Flash. I think I've already spoken on Flash. Pale Moon, which is a fork of Firefox, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's right, but correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Clause Mail, so you've got a mail client as well. Hex Chat. Multimedia, Media Player. Dead Beef is a music player. Easy Tag. Simple Screen Recorder. QWinFF. Asunder DVD Ripper. Goggles Music Manager, Sound Mixer, G2K Radio, G-Wave Edit, GUVC View, ISO Master ISO File Editor, P-Burn CD DVD Blu-ray Writer, a DVD Ripper. Wow. And then we got under Fun, it looks like some games there. Fix Menus. Okay, so I'm just pretty much blown away at the amount of applications that Puppy has installed. And this thing's probably got just about everything you need out of the box. If you do need LibreOffice, you've got the option of choosing it here. This will download the .deb files from LibreOffice server, as well as your local files. Do you want to continue? No at the moment. So then you've got QuickPet. QuickPet is an installer as well for applications. You've got FossaPup updates, change kernel, Puppy search engine, live Puppy chat. Browsers, you've got a whole heap of browsers there to choose from. Under Net, Java, Flash, Skype, Google Earth, Pigeon, Chirp, Twitter client, Rambox, multi-protocol chat client, MegaSync, Open Drive. Under Office, you've got LibreOffice, OpenOffice, WPS Office, Thunderbird, Calibra, ebook reader, FreeCAD, AnyDesk, Dropbox installer, Zoom. So many options here. Google Music, Spotify, Hotshots, GIMP, Critter, TarTube, YouTube Downloader, Kodi Media Center, Kadian Live, OBS Studio, some more games, Lutris and Steam. Under Useful, Wine, VirtualBox, VMware, F-Search, The Mix, and a few other things there I'm not really familiar with. And then you've got driver support, NVIDIA website. So that takes you to the NVIDIA website. It's a UK website. And then you've got the option of installing NVIDIA drivers. So very interesting indeed. If we was to click on this, probing remote, please choose an SFS file that you would like to download. LibreOffice, and it's got LibreOffice version 7. SFS, so let's do an install of LibreOffice and see what that does. Download location, it will be under FossaPup, yep, let's do that. Let's download the SFS file. I've never tried this before under Puppy, to be honest. Tested if remote file exists but failed. See log top left of screen. Do you want to test again? So what's that all about? We have internet, don't we? Okay, let's give up on that. Give up. Let's just try, where were we? FossaPup updates. Let's try that first. Maybe everything needs to be synced first. Added tips and tricks link in QuickPet. Added user contributed packages link in QuickPet. So it's added quite a few things there. Okay, so it looks like that has updated. So we'll click on OK. That's just a message there, message board. So let's go back here and try Office again, LibreOffice. Let's try that one more time. What's this here? 32 compatibility. Does that uncheck that? Yes, it does. Okay, so we want LibreOffice 7.01. Oh, so maybe I didn't check the mirror. .au. So let's try that one there. That's probably what the problem was. Net, actually, I know this one here, and my internet is Internode. So let's try that. See if that works. There we go. So it doesn't really tell us how much it's downloading. We don't get any information there that I seen anyway. So somebody gave me a little tip there to check used space, which was df-h, I think it was. So SDA1 20 gig, used 724. So let's see if that changes after the install of this, so we can get an idea on how much we've used on this install. Do you want to load LibreOffice? 220 megabytes. So it does tell us. Well, we can check that out on that terminal command. Okay, let's do that. Is successfully loaded. Do not remove or move the file unless you unload it. Do you want to run the application right now? Let's quit that, I think. Let's quit that. So let's check out under document, I think it would, documents. LibreOffice 7, LibreOffice 7 Writer. So it's funny where it puts, where's the rest of it? Oh, there it is there under business. Calc and math, document is writer, and graphic is draw and impress. Okay, so that's done that. Let's check out calc. Okie dokes, and help and about. So there we go. 7.0.1.2, that is pretty handy indeed. Let's go back to our terminal and redo that command. Now we've used 826. Now, that's only saying just over 100 megabytes. I'm really not sure whether that was the same, because it might have taken into account what we had downloaded already, because I checked it sort of midway, even probably further than that. Let's just try something else just to get an idea on that. What else do we want? Let's install GIMP. Let's do that. So we want to install GIMP. Let's click OK on that. And I'll use this same mirror here. That worked very well before. By rights, this should tell us how much it's using once it's ready to install, or after it's installed, I think it was. So do you want to load GIMP? Okay, let's do that. So it didn't really tell us that time how much space we'd used. Let's quit that. Let's cancel that. Let's go back to our terminal command and check the space. 876. So that's 50 megabytes exactly for GIMP. So you've got some headings up here, and up here you've got tips and tricks, ISO booter, ppm, not sure what that is. So tips and tricks takes you to a website for Puppy Linux. It's got some tips and tricks there. I'm not quite sure how you go about uninstalling applications. So the other option you've got here is under System, you have, is it System? Maybe it's Setup. You've got Puppy Setup, you've got Puppy Package Manager. Let's just check that out. And you've got this thing here is like a Synaptic Package Manager. And if we was to search for LibreOffice, so it's got all the LibreOffice version 6, but no version 7. That's very interesting. So under the quick pet, you've got this PPM here, Puppy Package Manager. That's what that is. You've got user contributed packages. And the Puppy Package Manager, which is this one here that we opened before. You've got uninstall, but doesn't have the packages that we installed. So you click on uninstall again, that box disappears. So I was just doing a bit of research on this, and if we go to File System and go to pfind and type in LibreOffice, it'll find LibreOffice. You can right click and choose Show Location. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Show Location, there we go. And you got LibreOffice here. So apparently, let's do that again. Show Location. If we right click that, we can choose Delete. So apparently you can delete it from here. I think that's the only way you can delete anything that was installed with QuickPet. So if you use the QuickPet Puppy Package Manager and uninstall, it's not showing in here. That's the information I get just doing a search on the internet. So you can use the pfind right click and show location, LibreOffice, opens that file there in the Rocks filer. Show location, we can right click on that, we can delete that. I don't want to do that. That's just what somebody was saying on a quick search anyway. Otherwise, anything else that's been installed, probably using this one here, you'll probably find will be within the uninstaller. So if you install LibreOffice 6.1 or whatever it is in here. So if you was to install LibreOffice this way, 6.4, then no doubt that will show up in the uninstall. However, because we're using these options here, it looks to me like there's no conventional way of uninstalling it as far as I can see. There might be some puppy experts out there that might be able to enlighten me on that, but that's the best way I can find to uninstall anything installed from these categories here. Otherwise, it looks to me like these categories are using the most updated software. So that's what's going on here. But if you're happy to use the not so updated software, then you would probably use the package manager. And then you would have the option to uninstall here. I think that's what's going on there with Puppy. And if we go to exits, it's got a few buttons here. It tells you the active window manager, active graphical server, and then you got shutdown, exit to prompt, lock screen, restart window manager, restart graphical server, and a reboot. And let's shut down Puppy Linux. So Puppy Linux, quite impressive really, I must say, with the amount of applications installed out of the box. It's got just about everything, including Office Suite, only two of them, Word, Abbey Word and Genumeric, that still gives you, that's still got something installed that you can use. And depending upon your needs, it may be good enough, it may not be good enough, but it's there anyway, and there's options for other software as well. And the amount of things that come installed under Puppy Linux, absolutely mind-blowing and incredible. And I'm after trying the Fossa Dog, Buster Dog wasn't too bad. Fossa Dog was a bit of a nightmare for me to try and install, and I wasn't successful. And I thought Puppy Linux was a bit confusing, but now having used Puppy Linux, after trying those other ones, Puppy Linux to me seems like a fairly simple install now to me. I thought it was confusing when I first started using it, but I'm starting to like Puppy Linux a bit, actually. It's not a bad little distro, this one. I don't think I would use it on a regular basis. I like a little bit of desktop bling myself, but that's just me. But it's not a bad little distro. I'm impressed. And I think this one here, considering the size of its download, it's pretty good. I think PuppyLinux is probably becoming also another one thrown in the ring as a worthwhile contender for the lightweight distro challenge. PuppyLinux is showing some very positive vibes there. So anyway, that was PuppyLinux FossaPup64 9.5, looking very worthwhile. So I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.